fasteners. Fascinating. As a sociopath, not only do I stash fabrics, but I stash fasteners. I have a whole box of fun, creative fasteners. I'll show you some of my favorites coming up. Hey, Chanel here, bringing you weekly videos to help you get better and better with your fashion sewing. And be more creative too. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss out on a new video. So I thought I would show you the assortment of fasteners that I have in my stash. It's good to have them on hand because sometimes you just need them. Actually, I just made this skirt. I call it the Dora skirt. And I bought this little magnet button right here, probably about 5 years ago. And I just loved it. And I know it was also, I remember it was about $5, I think, for one of them. But it's like magnet right there, and it just kind of snaps onto that. So fasteners can really inspire you to make something. I know when I was designing a movie called Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I got this one right here. And I had so I'm an evening gown designer, and this was one of my first movies where I had like an ugly character to design for, and I had a character named Chew Fat Lip, and I had to design him this ugly thing. He lived in a basement, and you know, this is his character, and I was at the fabric store, so I was like trying to get inspiration how to do it, and I came across this little fastener. It's a hook and eye, and it just looks ancient, and so I did that movie over 20 years ago, and I think this hook and eye set is still in the fabric stores. I see it every once in a while. I found another one that was similar to it, like this one here. They just kind of hook in like that. So I mean, they just come in all different kinds of shapes and sizes. I don't know if you've been to the fabric store lately, but this hook and eye inspired me for this character, and I actually have the picture right here. Chew Fat Lip. He has all his hooks and eyes on his vest, and then on his shoes. They were twined, and then the hooks there, and on his wristlets. Oh, little wristlets. And the whole thing just inspired me to design this character. The bad thing about this whole part of this movie is all of his scenes got cut. And that was actually really fun for me to design like crazy ugly costumes. I just did another movie called 10,000 Days, and there's a lot of hardware and stuff too in those costumes, and I really love those. But so I was thinking, there's just a lot of fasteners to do, and I actually found this in my stash called Snap. Actually says Snap Fasteners in there, because I was like, I wonder if people know what fasteners are. Sometimes we even call them hardware. So like this skirt again, this zipper right here has a little detail loop on it, zipper tab pull, so we might call that hardware. This is a skirt. This is the back of a skirt. I have a cute little top that goes with this, although I can't wear it. It's like a bateau top, like a little bandeau top. Bateau is neckline, bandeau. But this was a hook and eye tape that I found that it just really inspired me, and I designed this skirt. This is actually the back skirt around that tape. This jacket here has hardware on it, or fasteners. Like these are square D-rings right here, with little snap pulls through it there, and then it also is on the bottom here. And also fasteners are like covered buttons like this. So actually covered all these. I'm going to be doing a video on how to cover buttons. Pretty fun. You can also cover snaps. Snaps are like these. They come in all kinds of sizes. Sometimes, oh my gosh, I keep them in a little tub like this. And I found some in gold and all sizes. This takes me back to a memory. I was doing some alterations. There was a lady who was a stylist for the Playboy channel, and they had these gold sequin jackets that they had these huge snaps on them. They wanted them to just snap on, and I covered them all, and I think she gave me the whole idea, or I can't remember how that was, but it was like a gold chiffon, and I covered each one and then put the snaps on them so you couldn't see the snap itself, so it was functional and then you couldn't see it. So snaps just come in all kinds of sizes. Then there's also this like purse snap. These are magnetic. I've had these in my stash also about 5 years. And you can use those on garments too. You know, they can just snap on like that. One day I'll use those. There's also, I love snap tape. This is an older version. I haven't seen these too much lately anymore. They just snap. They're nicer snaps like that. They're also these. This is another type of snap tape. This actually, you can see all the threads in it. I must have had it on something and took it off like that. Also, like if you're recycling anything and you see a bunch of snap tape or something on a garment you're going to throw out, save it. I mean, that could have been what that is. I use that snap tape for this feathers right here. There's this skirt behind me that has lace on it. You can see that's actually on, it's actually pinned on right there, but there's snap tape underneath it so I can switch it and put feathers on that skirt, so that you can have different looks. So you can actually wear it with no lace, just plain, and with the lace, and then with the feathers. So the snap tape allows you to move things around. There's frog closures. Don't see these around too much anymore, but they're like, you know, even if you just have like one little cape type thing, you want one little closure right here. It's really just a nice little touch on there. And then I have this little bag of all different kinds of frogs. This one, I think there's another piece to it. I don't know, I'd have to put all of these. Like this right here looks pretty cool. Then there's this one right here. These all come in just all different shapes. I just found another one of those hooks right here. So those are just really fun. Speaking of hooks, there's also, I found this. I don't know what to do with that, but it's similar to my blue. It's got a hook and eye tape there. And then hooks and eyes, I like, they just come in so many different sizes. Oh, I have a little tub of them right here. These are my favorites. These are skirt hooks right there, and they have like a little hook inside there, and you just sew it on, and then there's like all the little holes right there, and then you hand sew it on. And then there is keep that part there. There's another hook. Oh, here it is. That, I'll get the silver one right here, that you sew on the other side, and those are they're called skirt hooks. At least that's what I call them, and just really work really well. Instead of putting all these like little hooks on, these ones right here, those little, they look like ants in there. And these also come in all different sizes too, and colors. They'll be black, silver, or white. So these little hooks here. Also, there was a hook here that was, it's covered. It's got like a loop of thread or something around it, and they're pretty big hooks and eyes right there. So those are interesting too. And here's another hook. You can see it right here on the package. Those are, I've seen those before. Those don't stay closed too well. They're more like if it's on a jacket and you have to hook it that way, but on a skirt it kind of pops out a little bit easier. Then there's even this one. I think it's an interesting one here. I think you have to stretch this metal to get it, so I think it was in there. So I showed you the D-rings, the square ones. These are the round D-rings. Those are, you just sew a strap of fabric through there, and then the other strap gets the one, and then they hook. Or no, wait, you do two of them. Yeah, and then you sew two of them on, then it goes through like that. No directions. This is boutique buckles. This is an old one right here. Then, oh, also one of my favorite snaps are these right here. These are clear snaps, and man, I used those a lot. They actually have clear snaps in black too, which aren't so clear, but they're really flat. They're flat, just plastic, and they work really good. So I love those a lot. And I've seen them. Oh, here's one in here. It's it's a bigger one. Let me see. I think I lost it. There it is. So they come in a little different sizes too, like they're bigger. So little tiny ones and then bigger ones, and those really help a lot. I also wanted to show you, little buckles you can get too. So fastener, you can actually, put one fabric through, and that's a little rhinestone one, really cute. Then there's even this I probably took off of something, little hook, that kind of thing. So if you find something, just take it off of there. Also, I love eyelets. So this is I'm throwing eyelets around. These are the little eyelets, and they are put on with a tool that looks like this, and they just get snapped in. So it's pretty easy. They have directions in the back on there. I'll also do a video on eyelets, I think, too. There's all different sizes and colors. There's the little ones, so you can actually put all different colors. Then I found this eyelet tape, or it's a ribbon. It's on a thing right here. It was $6.99 on sale, I take it. I'm not sure. How many yards? There's quite a bit on there. But you could actually just sew this onto the edge of the fabric and have your eyelets already in place. And then use the string to drawstring it like a corset kind of thing, so you don't have to put all the eyelets in. And it's pretty cool looking too. Then I found this trim right here, and again, you could use this as an eyelet. You'd have to probably hand stitch this one on, because this is actually just kind of like a ribbon, and you could actually sew that right on. Well, I also wanted to show you bridle buttons. I'm going to show you a little more on buttons later, but little bridle buttons here. And then I have this I've had forever in, it's a bridle button actually. It's kind of a weird little button. I think I have black. As soon as I touch those feathers, my fingers turn black. That's why they're in a bag. And they only come out if I'm going to use them. Also, let me see. Here's another type of frog right here. So different fasteners are pretty fun. If you've gone into the fabric stores and you just look on the walls, you'll find the eyelets. They're real big ones, small ones. You find the snaps. Oh, that's what I want to show you. These little snaps. Actually, I have a whole box of snaps. But these are the ones you see on the jeans. And then the back of them, there's a little prong that goes through it. And you got to make sure you're putting it in the right spot, because you can't get it out. So if you ever tried it in your jeans or try to get those out, they don't really come out. But they also have other snaps. I have some snaps I've had probably since the 80s. It has a little anchor on them. I know I saw them recently, and I still have them. And one day I'll use them again, because I'm actually going to be doing the little nautical project. I found this anchor, and all this like stripe stuff's been entering my world, so I have a feeling I have a nautical design coming out. Also, there's also these overall things. I had one of my little students making these cute little denim overalls, and it was like a skirt part, and I go, do you have any of those little things? I actually don't even know what they're called. And she's like, what? And then I had a set probably from the 70s that I pulled out. These have probably been in there since the 80s or the 90s, but I don't use them. I don't wear overalls. But you could do a design like just maybe in a skirt that this hooks over and hooks on and stuff. It doesn't have to be on overalls. It could just be, you could do a whole bunch of them. It could be anywhere. So looking at fasteners in the fabric stores, or even paying attention when you're shopping and go, that's an interesting one, and maybe Googling it, looking up fasteners and see fasteners in sewing or garments. I would check that, because if you just say fasteners, you might get all kinds of stuff. Also, there's the fascinators, which are the hats and all. So take a look. Oh, I have one more to show you. This is called the lingerie strap. These were famous or popular in the 50s, and I know I wore them a lot in the 90s. This actually gets sewn into your top, like a little tank top right here, and then it goes underneath your bra strap and hooks on so that it keeps your bra strap from peeking out. It keeps, and actually used these a lot in the 80s when we had to hold on to the shoulder pads and then the big puffy sleeves. It kind of anchored it down with your real tight bra strap in it, so everything wouldn't move. So little lingerie straps, and they're actually just easy to make. They're on a ribbon with a snap, and a snap. These ones are actually these are actually specifically done for lingerie straps, but I used to make these a lot in the late 80s, early 90s, because the fashions then were crazy. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and maybe found a new idea or two. If so, I'd love to hear a comment, and only nice ones, of course. And go to the fabric store and check out all what's around. And I'll see you in the next sew bit.